Hi, I'm Libby Gibson, Town Manager. Welcome to What's Going On in Town Government. You know, I know you think my voice is not that bad, but it's really bothering me.
Okay.
But I can't. What am I going to do? No, well, no, my throat hurts a little, but not. I'm not going to complain about it.
All right.
I'm just trying to ignore it. So, sorry.
Okay.
Okay, Selectmen's meeting last night. We had a longer than short meeting, but a shorter than medium meeting, I would say. And we spent a little time with the water company manager, Bob Gardner, at his last Selectmen's meeting. We thought his last meeting was a couple weeks ago, but it turned out it was last night. And he gave us an update about the water company's water line replacement project that's going on right now in the Prospect Street area, which, as anybody knows, on that end of the island, don't go on Prospect Street. Find an alternate route. It's really bad, and it's really frustrating for everyone. There was a plan to do some patching last week, but the asphalt plant broke down. There was a plan to do patching today, but the asphalt plant broke down. There's been rain.
Where's the asphalt plant?
It's out by the airport.
Oh, right.
So anyway, it's been very, very difficult. And I think we all apologize to people for this, but people are just going to have to be patient. It's a needed project. It's got to be done. I admit I've dropped some words myself.
Come on.
If I mistakenly found myself on there.
I mean, these
but
things
it'll get
have
done.
to happen.
It's going to happen very soon.
Okay.
Okay, this Saturday at the landfill, there's the annual Arbor Day seedling giveaway on Saturday and Sunday from 8 to noon. So if you want to get those cool little seedlings, I got some like 20 years ago, and I have giant lilac bushes in my yard.
Really?
Yep. They really took off. Now I wish I hadn't
Did
put
they
them
give you
where I
a
put them.
variety of different things you can choose
Yeah, there's a
from?
variety. Yeah, there's trees and there's stuff.
Oh.
Think about where you're going to put it, though, because if it does take, you might have to move it later.
Oh, I see.
I've had to found that out. Okay, at last night's meeting, we also, let's see here, we had a situation with a person who installed a driveway on public property at 8 Cornish Street, and once that became known, they came in and acknowledged what had occurred and explained it. It didn't, wasn't totally intentional. And they were asking for a license to keep the driveway in the town right of way. And the board had quite a bit of discussion about this. But in the end, they decided it would be too much of a precedent-setting action to take. So they denied the request. And this has internally brought up some discussion about other encroachments that exist already and have for a long time on town property. And basically those things, if we don't notice them somehow, town staff in their work, it comes to us through public complaint or public information, feedback.
Is that how you got this?
This one actually came through from the building department. And it had to do with a CO.
Is it too big or is that the reason? He's got a driveway, but he went too far?
It's way into town property.
So will he be able to have a driveway at all?
Yes, but it will have to be reconfigured.
I
And
see.
there's an issue with the size of the vehicle that they use.
Okay.
In my mind, this
Have you
probably
noticed-
isn't practical, but in my mind I thought,
Have you
smart
noticed
car.
that vehicles are actually getting smaller?
Are they? Because
I
I
mean,
noticed
you
one
compare-
heck of a lot of big vehicles
There are,
here.
but they're not as hot as the smaller ones anymore.
Yeah, maybe there's a trend. Maybe they're just going.
Fast and
smaller.
Furious, I think, has a lot to do with that.
Does it? Really? Have you seen the latest?
They're all little tiny Japanese cars, aren't they?
Do you know?
No,
I don't
haven't.
know.
I
I've only
don't
seen
watch
one
them.
of those
I
movies.
won't see one.
Okay, so we got through that matter on the agenda, and then we went into a discussion about the fire station, the new fire station, proposed fire station, which went out to bid around a year ago, a little less than a year ago, and the bid came in too high. We needed to find some additional funds. To make a long story short, that didn't work out. So we rebid it for a modular construction. That didn't work out.
Because it's so expensive? It's just
The
way
modular,
over
the modular
budget?
turned out to be more of an issue with procurement process and Attorney General. There was going to be a bid protest filed, and the Attorney General's office indicated the town was unlikely to prevail on that, probably. And so it was a legal issue. It wasn't going to work because it wasn't a truly modular construction. So what we're going to do now is reissue the bid in the fall and bring it forward to the 2018 annual town meeting, but we are going to need more money. There is no question about that. So it's going to be a higher appropriation, couple million more dollars probably, if or more.
Unless someone can bid it lower, and we
Unless
can,
someone
and we
can
find
bid it
someone
lower.
that will do it.
Yeah, but that's highly unlikely. I'm
I
not going to
noticed
rule
that
it out, but
I noticed that the guy said, which like made me go, what? He said, well, nobody wants to work on Nantucket. And that immediately made me think, well, then why am I seeing all these guys that live off island in their trucks here
well,
over
what
here
he
if they didn't
means
wanna be
is
here?
no one wants to come and work for the town of Nantucket to do a municipal project because you have to probably stay here. It's not a going back and forth each day thing necessarily. And there are a lot of requirements for a municipal project, certifications by the state, insurance requirements, bond, performance bonds and stuff like that. People don't want to bother when they can do a private job for maybe more money or even about the same, but with much less hassle. And they probably get paid quicker.
And then a lot of those guys come over on the boat. I mean, they could come over on the boat and work, just like
Well,
everybody
then,
else.
but then why are they, also public construction, I think, Gino, is completely different from private in terms of the way it is administered. Anyway, so that's that. We had some budget, third quarter budget reports for the current fiscal year. The water company introduced its sort of new director to replace Bob, which is Mark Willett. And
So he's gonna be the guy.
he's gonna be the guy. Yep.
Is that a, how did he get that? Was that just,
The water commission voted to appoint him.
I see.
I believe.
Was he working, does he have,
Oh, he's been with the water company for quite a while.
okay,
So he certainly knows what's going on.
right.
The board appointed its annual liaison work group representative appointments. So, for example, there are different groups that require a selectman appointee, like the Community Preservation Committee has a selectman on it. The Board of Health has a selectman on it. So they voted on who's going to serve on those groups. And we scheduled the 2018 annual town meeting. It is to make, let's not go into how this came about, but it's going to be Tuesday, April 3rd, 2018.
That's awesome.
We also, and the idea there, by setting it so early, normally we don't set it till fall, but the idea is to get that date out there right now so that other events and things aren't scheduled during the town meeting days. Now, it's not such an issue probably if it's a non-Saturday as it's going to be, but nonetheless, people can be planning around it now. Next week's meeting, we're not quite done finishing off the agenda yet, but already I can say I think we're going to be having a natural resources water quality update for 2016 water quality testing results. And we do have a public hearing on complaints about the entertainment license and violations of it for Queequegs in town.
I see, okay.
Yeah. And that's what's going on around here in town government. You got anything else? Oh, and what, big weekend?
Yep.
Huge.
Yep, they're all coming, everyone's coming.
Yeah, I haven't, well, there's somebody. I haven't seen them streaming off the boat yet, but it's fun
They'll be here today.
when that's happening. They'll be here today, and it's supposed to be a great weekend,
That's awesome.
right?
Yep.
Are you going to ride on the fire truck?
I will be, I'll be downtown,
Have you been
absolutely.
invited? Were you invited to ride on it?
I just show up and for some reason he lets me on.
They let you on, yeah. Well, you're good PR.
Yeah,
for
that's
it.
right.
Hopefully it won't break down.
I know,
It won't. I hope.
I do too.
I'm not gonna be on it. I've got a
Will
lot
you be
of.
downtown, will we see you?
No, probably not. I don't know, maybe. I have a lot of yard work to do. I gotta get stuff going, especially if it's gonna be a nice day.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
What else?
I don't think there's anything else, Libby.
All right, well, thanks very much. See you next time.